What is up guys, GGFOREX here, welcome back to my channel, and on today's video I'm going to be going over a potentially interesting prop firm. I haven't really looked much else apart from true Forex funds and FTMO. To me they are the best ones on the market. I have proof they actually paid me out, right? So I trust them. But there was another prop firm that did take my interest, and it was Traders with Edge. Reason being, you can do instant funding, so immediately that took my interest, and their actual model itself into getting funded is very different to everyone else and very appealing to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down what they offer. I've done a free trial with them, or I'm currently doing a free trial with them. So I'll be able to show you what I think so far and how I like how they operate really. But yeah, so far, it seems too good to be true. And I'll explain at the end of the video. So stay tuned, let's just jump in.
Okay guys, so we're on the Traders with Edge website. And if you scroll down, it'll be able to show the phases. So phase one, there's only one phase on this. Let's just scroll down to the juicy bit so we can actually see, right? So they have 3 different types of accounts you can do. Turtle, which is one phase, 10%, 2.5% daily drawdown, 5% maximum drawdown. So all they've done is basically you've only got one phase, and instead of having maybe a 5% daily drawdown and 10% overall like FTMO and most other prop firms, they have just half that. Okay? But the best thing about this, and this is what kind of attracted me to even talking about this and sharing it with you guys and potentially taking the trial myself, is the fact that the maximum time for you to make 10% is a whole year, 365 days. Now, how many times, guys, have we been in situations where we've done maybe a free trial, the setups have been great, you're feeling confident because you passed, everything that you wanted to do made sense, and then when you took the challenge, none of the setups were there. It took really long. Maybe the first 2 weeks, the setups were pretty dead, right? Maybe you had one good setup, the timer started, and then the next 2 weeks, the setups after that were pretty dead. And if you're lucky, you finish in profit, and then you have to do it all over again. But with this, you kind of don't really care if the setups aren't there, because you're taking it and in your own pace. You're trading when the market makes it available to you. You're not doing Hail Mary trades. You're not scaling up with extra risk, right? Just to pass within time. Because you think about it, with FTMO, most other prop firms, they give you 30 days to pass a challenge. All right, they give you 30 days to pass a challenge, but you actually only get 20 trading days, right? So you've only got 20 trading days to make 10%. This, 365 days, I'm pretty sure that if you can make 10% in 30 days with FTMO, you can make 10% in 365 days with Traders with Edge. I mean, it's definitely something to think about. I feel like, obviously, yes, you get less leverage. It's a 1 to 10 leverage. But again, that's never really been an issue for me. I don't really stack trades. I don't really do really tight stop losses. My stop losses are quite big. I'm more of a swing trader. I only do maybe 2 to 3 trades a week, if that, and you can customize it as well. So if I wanted to do this, purchase with MT4, I can always add certain things onto this to what I would like to do. So I can double my leverage, I can remove daily loss limit for an increase or whatever. So you can customize it to how you want. But the best customization that I found that was beneficial for me, the best customization I found was on the instant. So make sure you stay tuned for that, guys, because the instant one is quite interesting to look at, to be honest. But yeah, so it's basically the same as FTMO, but you have half the risk you can lose. So what do you do? Well, instead of risking 1% your trade, you risk 0.5% per trade or 0.25% per trade. Is it going to take you longer? Yes. Does it matter? No, because you have a whole year to make 10%, right? Obviously, you want to get the process done faster than that. I feel you, right? But that stress of doing a certain percentage in a very small amount of time isn't there, right? So that is also a very attractive feature for me to potentially do this. And obviously, if they've got up to 500,000 coming soon and up to 1 million coming soon, well, does it really matter that you're only risking like 0.5% per trade if you've got £1 million funded account? And the stress of you actually achieving or passing that account isn't there, because again, you still have 365 days to achieve that. You know, so I feel like the maximum time you can do it is 365 days is amazing. And this isn't even the best bit so far. So again, normal rules, one phase only. As soon as you hit 10%, you are funded and you just can't break their rules. And for me, that's simply just taking less risk per trade, which is completely fine. Doesn't matter. You probably won't make a lot of money if you go for the lower accounts. That's okay, but that's how you scale up. That's how you pass, get your refund, get your payout, and then invest into the next one. Do the same again, invest into the next one, do the same again, and then just work your way up to larger accounts, merge them together, and before you know it, you know, in a couple of years, you have £1 million in funded accounts, potentially, right? But let me just show you the scaling that you can do on this. So what's really interesting, obviously you can do the hair, which is slightly faster. Obviously you got like more the traditional one, which is phase 1, then phase 2. So basically like FTMO, slightly high leverage, 30 days. So you can do the whole process a lot faster, right? Makes more sense, and it costs a little bit more money, right? So for me, Turtle is class. Love that one. Makes a lot of sense. But the best one, the best pie for me is the instant, right? Because you have 6 months, right, to make 10%. Okay, you're instantly funded, right? So you pay $125, you get 1 to 20 leverage. Yes, they take half your profit splits. Don't cry over that. Trust me. Don't cry over, oh, they take half my money. I'll explain why you don't need to cry about it, right? So you don't have a daily drawdown limit. You just can't lose more than 5%. Fair enough. Very reasonable rules. You can't argue with that. If you go to any probably exchange or prop firm out there where you rent a desk, which is funny because they call it desk fee, but you rent a desk in a prop firm, they'll probably have similar rules, right? But as soon as you get 10%, right, within 6 months, okay, 10% in 6 months, and you can't lose more than 5%. So make sure your strategy's sound before you even take it, right? You get onto the next scaling. You make 10%, your 2.5 goes to 10 grand, right? But then there is no 6-month fee, or there is no 6-month deadline to then make another 10%. You can take as long as you need or want to get to 10%. So that stress isn't there. And you can keep repeating the process, obviously, all the way up to $1.28 million. Yes, they take half, okay? All right, big deal. Well, let's just do some maths on the half, right? So, 1, 2, 8, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 1.28 million. And then you want to do 10%, right? So, all right, 128 grand. They take half. Man, all right, you get 64,000, right? Are you going to cry that you make 64 grand and you could take 128 grand? Doesn't matter. If you combine this prop firm, right, this could be like your personal-esque one, where you can like just slowly scale up safely. Then you can do an FTMO one where you do potentially, I don't know, 200k accounts where it's a bit more aggressive and you keep a higher percentage. Yeah, sure. There's nothing stopping you from using multiple trading firms at the same time. But this one seems to be a bit more realistic, a bit more real life, where you have to use lower risk per trade. You get lower leverage and you can't lose more than 5%. Obviously, with FTMO, you can lose more than 5% in a day, or you can't lose 10% overall. So it is slightly different, but again, you're not doing the phases. You're going straight in and potentially making money. So if you already have a system that makes money, why would you bother doing the phases? Why don't you just get instant funding? And I feel like for a prop firm to offer instant funding is amazing anyway. And the fact that they have this scaling option just is kind of like a no-brainer for me. I can't really see a downside to this other than, yes, you have to make sure your risk management is on point. Obviously, don't choose this prop firm or don't choose this sort of instant funding method if you don't have a clue what you're doing, or if you're new. It just doesn't make any sense. But if you already have a proven strategy, you've done back testing, done forward testing, you've passed multiple FTMO accounts, you've had multiple payouts from other prop firms, I don't see the reason why you can't just go into this prop firm and get instant funding and scale up into the 7 figures. It's a no-brainer. So it'll be really interesting to see what you guys think about this on your in the comments. But so far, I can't really see much downside to it. I mean, if I have a look at the stop losses required, so you need a stop loss straight away. So obviously you need to have some sort of system in your trading plan where you use a stop loss. I do, so it's not an issue. Daily drawdown rule. There's no daily drawdown limit, apart from you lose more than 5% overall, which is completely fine. Profit and scaling, right? So this is where the juicy bit is. This is what I think kind of changes it. Already makes it good, but now makes it great. And let me explain why. So it says the profit target to reach the next stage for instant standard account is 10%. Traders are free to make withdrawals from their account, which will not affect their profits target to scale. So for example, if you are up 6% and you want to cash in, let's say you're up 6% on the 640,000 or whatever, and you wanted to cash in, you can. And then let's say the next couple of weeks after that, you make another 4%, well, you still qualify to scale, right? As long as you make 10%, you don't break the rules, regardless if you take money out along the way, you can still scale. So they're not as if they're trapping you in to like keep your money in their trading accounts, right? If you make money, you're in profit, you can take that money out, live off it, and then just keep scaling. And I feel like that was kind of like the big game changer for me, because obviously you want to live off your profits, right? You want to make money in the markets and you want to take money out, right? You got bills to spend and whatever you pay for. So you want to live off it, but then you don't want to compromise your scaling. Well, with this, you can do both. You can live off the money that you make, and then let's say you take 5% out, you make another 5%, then you can scale up. And now the next time you go into this account, you've now doubled your account size. Yes, they take half. Doesn't really matter though, does it? If you keep scaling. And I'm pretty sure that if you stay with this company for like 2 years and you prove that you are consistent, they'll give you 30 million. I'm not 100% on that. Definitely let me know in the comment box below, but I'm pretty sure that's what I found out. But yeah, so going back to the challenges, guys, the turtle package just looks great. It's cheap. It's $55. Again, before you use any company, before you spend any money with any company, test them out first. The only way to test them out is to put the bare minimum in. If you like their customer service, if you like their free trial, if you like their spreads, if you like what they offer you, right? And you want to test them out, always put the bare minimum in. $55, I think, is a good price, entry price, to see if you get on with their systems, to see if they do deliver on what they promise, right? Again, 1 phase, not 2 phases. As soon as you hit 10%, you're good to go. If you already know that you can make 10%, you're already consistent, go for the instant one and just start scaling straight away. It's a really cheap fee of $125. Just to start with, and then there is no longer any more fees, obviously, as long as you don't break the 5% overall drawdown rule. Right? I don't really see much point of the hair, because I feel like FTMO have better options and are probably slightly cheaper, and they don't have, obviously, the 100K and the 200K yet. So really, what's the unique selling point of Traders with Edge is the turtle package. It's very similar to Mint funding, where it has 1 phase, 10%, low leverage, and there is no time limit at all. So very similar to Mint funding, just a lot cheaper. Mint funding is quite premium pricing, but again, probably easier to pass. Same with this. I feel like this is quite easy to pass. The time limit of 365 days to make 10% is great, right? You just have to make sure that you don't risk too much per trade to make that 10%. And again, you have no reason to, because you have a whole year to achieve it. Obviously, you guys will achieve it a lot faster than a year, but it's nice to let you know that they have given you that time to trade properly and follow your trade plan. Take partials, do whatever you need to do in a slow and controlled manner, and then you can just scale up with them as you go. But again, guys, that's what I've done with this account. I have a a trial account with them at the moment. I don't really like their back end. I feel like it's quite confusing. And the only thing that's kind of like annoyed me is what they've done is they've done profit targets 10%, which is fine, but max drawdown is 20%, and there is no daily loss limit. Well, when you go into their challenge, their live one, there is a daily loss limit, and the max drawdown is 10%. So I feel like the free trial, if you pass a free trial, it could give you false pretenses. And if you're not switched on, you know, you do have a max loss limit, which isn't 20, it's 5, and there is a daily loss limit, right? There is a daily loss limit, it's 2.5%. So as long as you know that going in, that can be quite confusing. So again, I am doing the free trial just to see if I like it, if I like their spreads, if I like how they operate. So far, I'm only slightly up in equity from the trades that I'm in at the moment. It's moving quite slowly. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment box below.
So guys, what do you think of Traders with Edge? I feel like the total package is going to be very appealing to a lot of people. And that instant funding one, I think, is a game changer. I do like how prop firms are now offering this sort of instant funding thing. I may be new to it. Don't shoot me, okay? You're probably going to say, there's loads of other options. If there are, let me know in the comment box below. I'd like to do more research on this. I feel like if you're already successful, having to go through challenges again and again and again kind of makes it frustrating. It sort of takes the money away from the profit. If you're a real business and you want decent traders to actually make money, then why don't you offer them a instant funding thing? Like if FTMO know that they've already got great traders in their system, then why don't they offer them a instant funding package where they don't have to do the whole phase 1, phase 2 thing? I don't know. It's something to question for sure. I'm going to keep using the free trial. I'm going to see how their spreads are. I'm going to see, obviously, if I can make that 10% in whatever, I think it's 30 days on this. Okay, so their free trial isn't like their live challenge, which is kind of a bit weird. I don't know why, because obviously you do the free trial. If you can pass a free trial, then you probably know that you can pass the actual live account. But obviously the free trial isn't like the live account. So bit fishy in that regards. They are a new prop firm in Australia. I still don't know if they pay out. I have no idea. I tried to research these people on YouTube, and the only videos about these people, apart from 1 or 2, are from this company anyway. So there isn't actually many people doing reviews on Traders with Edge. That might be for a reason. They might be brand new. I don't know. They could be suspect. Either way, what they're offering seems really enticing, and I do want to try it out. If you guys want to try it out too, let me know in the comment box below. But again, I do urge you to put the bare minimum in. Don't risk a lot of money. Don't go and do a 100K challenge straight away. Put in the bare minimum. Start off slow, see how you get on with them. See if you like their customer service. See if they respond back to you fast enough. See how they treat you. You don't want to find out all these things are negative and you've already invested a couple $100 into them now, do you? So again, put the bare minimum in. If you like what they do, if they do what they say, then you can start scaling up with them. And again, that instant funding thing is very enticing. But yeah, interested to see your thoughts, guys. Love you all. If you haven't joined your GGFOREX group, the link is down below. 1,400 legends are in there at the moment. And yeah, it's amazing. See you guys on the next one.